I'm waiting on the day we wake up and the streets are full. I'll be out there with you. I'll be out there with you. I'm not inciting any violence, but I will be out there with you. We, not we will be out there with you. But how angry are you? Because we've tried everything. And I mean everything. Some people are going to get so upset with the next drop. Some people are going to be a little stunned with the next arrest. It's coming. Again, there will be no accidental fires, no car accidents, no accidental car accidents. We are not carrying anything in this car that cannot be accounted for. We are not carrying any weapons. We are not suicidal. We are not homicidal. We know that God has got to do what he needs to do. The vengeance is not ours, it's the Lord's. I'm not who they made me to be, and we waiting. Okay? Please, I'm begging you to do something. Anything. Anything. I feel like I'm screaming underwater a lot. 90s, if you've counted the cost, and some people are like, what does that mean? We don't need your money, but your presence is powerful. If we're in your area and you can caravan with us if we need to get to one spot to another, if you can stand and be a witness. There's angels that have, we sleep in our car and live in our car, but there's angels that have followed us to a gas station and we told them we sleeping right here, so they've slept in their car right next to us because all hell was breaking loose. But if you've counted the cost, you know that what's meant for me will probably come at you. This is a historical evil. This is decades worth of evil. So nobody is going to take this lightly. The people who are claiming that they know me, you're exhausting. You're exhausting if you're lying. Why? I'm not a celebrity. My pain is not a billboard. And who wants to be the face of trafficking? We're not talking about, I'm not an influencer. This does not influence you to do makeup. Okay? This is the truth. Nobody should have to influence you to be influenced. You shouldn't need an influencer to be influenced, to get up off your ass and do what is right, because it could be somebody that you love. That's it, and that's all. We fighting in a different way. There's mounds of evidence, and I don't trust people right now because I've already tried. We've been there. We've been screaming for I don't know how long, since we were a baby, and then 4 or 5 years ago we started screaming on here. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen. I do know that this is the hill that we die on. There are some people who are really upset by us saying what we are about to say. There are some people that are really upset that if this arrest goes through with the females I'm thinking it's supposed to go through with, some people really love Ellen and Oprah and Whoopi herself. MK Ultra is not a joke. Somebody has the remote to somebody else's brain. Somebody is threatening that they're going to drop me where I stand on Halloween night because you're conjuring spells and doing satanic rituals so big that it's helping the spirits. You know those, when they say they release the spirits over the city and the spirits are roaming and they're joking about Halloween. That is not a joke. That is not a joke at all. They are conjuring the hell out of demons. Some people are into witchcraft. I know there's some people that are into witchcraft on here, and we've talked about this. We don't do that. We don't play with that stuff, but we appreciate that you're sitting here and you're doing something for the children. You're trying to listen for the children, but we don't need your problems. We got enough, as you can see. But that shit is not a joke. It's not a joke at all. When you understand how spirits work, it's not a joke. CERN works, it's not a joke. So the amount of rituals and things that they are conjuring in your face. You already know that, because when you go to the bookstore, you see satanic books. When you go to church, you understand, because what do you think you go to church for? If you go to church, what do you think you go to church for? What do you think those stories in your Bible are for? Do you think that they didn't exist before? Do you think that they don't exist now? That is your war manual to exactly what is happening right now. Right now. That's not a joke. Nephilim giants, and that is not a joke. What you are fighting and praying against in your Bible is what you are fighting and praying against right now. We do not battle against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, rulers, and spirits of this earth. I may have said that wrong. Don't follow me. Sometimes you don't follow me that way. You might go on a very narrow road close to heat. Like I don't. I'm still working on me. Okay, but Ephesians 6:12 is one of my favorite verses. If I can spout it off right. However, we do not battle against flesh and blood. All right, this is a war against good versus evil, and if you can feel that, this is a war for our nation right now. No matter what side you are on, it's a war for our nation. It's a war for our children. It hasn't stopped. You're just now understanding and welcoming to the party of what's going on. This is not new either. Okay, so we've gotten so many threats. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna drop you. Do it.
Go ahead. Try it.
Do it.
I don't think it's gonna work the way you think it's gonna work.
Do it. My programming's broken. I know some of you don't get that, but my programming's broken. And whatever is not broken, it's on its way. It's on its way. So yeah, there's some things that you can still knock me on my ass with, but you trust and believe you better not let me get back up, okay? Okay. We gotta go. And we thank you for listening. A lot's about to come out. Another arrest is coming again. Watch for those fires. Explosions make fires too. Explosions make accidental fires too. And then, oops, we don't know how that happened. And then you look into it and you see that it's tied to something that's tied to something that's tied to something that's tied to trafficking. And then you realize, oh, it wasn't just an explosion or a fire. It wasn't an accident. How many things does it take? If people can get in the streets over a convict, why the hell can't people get in the streets over the children? What is going to fuel your rage for the children? Why are you waiting on a release to fuel your rage? People should be like, what the? We're talking about kids? Huh? What? No. Somebody better answer something. How many more kids do you need? How many more need to be swept under the rug? How many more need to be silenced for you to say, oh, enough? It's all of our war. So what are you going to do to fight? If you hit my mom and I, there are people all over this world that will never let it go. It's been too long. You hear me? It's been way too long. So now there are people all around this world that will never let it go. Eventually, you won't be able to walk down the street. I pray for that day for so many predators. I pray for that day where you feel an inch of what you've done to your victims. They don't sleep. Every smell sometimes triggers them. PTSD is off the chain on days that you feel like you are having the best. Every time you think that everything is cool, something floods back, memories kick you in the face, and there is not a damn thing you can do to stop it. Death is too easy for predators. I think death is way too easy. I think that's a cop-out. There are some that can't be helped. There are some that there's no saving them. But I think sometimes that the death is way too easy. You should suffer. You should suffer the way your victims do. The way that when they open their eyes, they're suffering from the bullshit that you've caused, and every type of person that you've helped and aided and enabled to make sure that you're protected, they should feel it too. It's not just the top, it's everywhere in between. And unfortunately, it's in our own backyard and in our own family. Sometimes it's the worst because it be your own people. If something happens to me or my mama, you think that I'm a problem alive? I'll be a problem in my death too. So will she. Love y'all. Talk soon. Thanks for listening. Bye.